Hi everyone, this is Laurel with Guided by Love, and I'm here to do a daily love message for Friday, the 13th of February, magical Friday, a day away from Valentine's Day. So let's see what we got. I have the True Love reading cards, and I have the Native Spirit Tarot deck. Thank you, Goody, for gifting me that deck. Let's see what we got. So I am going to, let's see, I'm going to pull these for the journey, and I'll get a message from your person from this Native Spirit deck. It's such a beautiful deck. So what do we need to know for the journey today? What do we need to know? Wow. Okay, we got powerhouses coming out today, the day before Valentine's Day. So the overall energy is dating. Now, I feel like this is, your person wanting to court you, wanting to date you, wanting you to get to know them and them to get to know you on that deeper level. And, we have the three trees in the background: birth, death, rebirth. And, trees are symbolic of, reaching to the heavens and grounding deep within the earth. And, this is, your connection is as above, so below. And, they have this, you have this spiritual bond, this spiritual connection, which is known in the ethers, in the higher realm. And that's coming to fruition in this earthly realm. So get excited, get excited about life, about your connection, about the power of the love. And this is, the divine feminine, rising above all the earthly stuff, and in her magenta universal love gown, in her presence, and the masculine wanting to come and court you for to get to know you, to deepen the bond that you have. So that's the overall message the day before Valentine's Day. That's so beautiful. And then we have commitment. So them, not only do they want to date you, but they want to make a commitment to you. You want a commitment from them. And this is so beautiful because the swans symbolize the power of the divine feminine energy, the kindness, compassion, the patience, the love between you two. And look at all the lotuses popping up out of the muck and mire. I feel like this is a collective, message for twin flames. Yeah. Emerging out of the muck and the mire, like the phoenix, or, like the lotus, and, really imbibing the power of the feminine energy, the Christ-like feminine energy. And, there with the moon and the stars in the background, the universe showing, again, the universe having your back. So this is in divine timing, but this is very much a union card. So overall, they want to date you, they want to court you, they want to be chivalrous to you, like they've not been able to be to anyone else. They want to be the man that they're meant to be, that they know they can be. And then we have the spiritual maturity. And I want to look in the book. This is like showing your path, but I want to look, there's a number with each card. And let me see if I can find it quick. And it has a saying with the card. So I want to just see. Here it is. It says it's a number 34, which is a 7, manifesting. And this is spiritual maturity. So it says, it's climbing the mountain. And we just had one in one of the quick reads about climbing the mountain Oh, it was in the Intuitive Daily. So if you haven't watched that, take a look at it. But this really to me symbolizes the colors. I mean, symbolize the chakras here along this edges. As you travel up, it's like you're traveling and healing the different chakras, and you're aligning with the universe, and there's the eye of Ra, the all with all knowing, all seeing eye of wisdom along with it. And isn't it funny that it's the yellow brick road, going off to see the wizard, only it's God. You're climbing closer and closer to the divine, to the higher power as you move forward on your journeys. And I'm seeing like the yin and the yang here as well. But let me read the quote that it comes with. Honoring your own spiritual growth and that of your beloved is vital for a loving relationship. So it's knowing that so this is honoring your spiritual growth, the individual growth that you need to do on your journey, and then honoring your person's growth. So in other words, accepting their views, accepting them to do it, to choose to do it their way, that they're going to learn the most from. So this is, allowing them to do things their way on their path, the way that they're going to learn the most from, and you doing things your way that you're going to learn the most from, coming together in this spiritual growth and, learning as you go, as you come back together, reunite, you're going to have things to learn, continue learning on this journey, and lessons to continue to go through, but you're going to have each other to help you with those. And you're going to fulfill even more of your healing as you go up the mountain. So I hope that helps. And then we have yin and yang, and this is, oh my gosh, symbolic of balance coming into play in your connection. And this is probably one of the last cards, but this is yin and yang. It says a 36, which is 9, the closing of cycles. So it says strive for harmony and balance in your inner and outer life through change, reflection, and growth. So change is something that the soul longs for, the soul craves. You've heard me say that before on this channel. And it's just our ego that says, oh no, I can't do this, I don't have enough of that, I don't have enough of this. But through the change, through the growth and the reflection, we learn about ourselves. We complete cycles, we come full circle. And in doing that, we are letting go of, the fear in our lives, and we're creating expansion for more love and more balance, and more joy, in our lives. And that is a counterbalance. See the balls at each end? That's a counterbalance for our person. It brings our connection, into balance. So not only balance within yourself, but it brings connection. It brings the balance within the connection. So, and I love this because it shows, each of you are playing, each of you are having a hand in the closing cycles for yourself. But this is showing the healing energy, and this is showing the universal energy. And I feel like it also shows, the feathers, the gifts that we receive along the way from God as we close cycles, as we move along our journey, as we ascend up that mountain. There's gifts along the way, and that's the knowledge, the abundance in all things, the richness in all things. But this is also showing, I feel, um, that we're co-creators, with that the unit here, this energy is showing the magenta energy of the universe, and this is showing the healing energies that come to play within us. So it's like we're creating, and with the universe we're healing and creating that balance within us, and then coming together to do that with your person. So really beautiful reading today, guys. And then let's see what the message is from your person. Okay, Holy Spirit, angels and guides, and what is the message from your person today? Ooh, that just snapped right out. Wow, bottom of the deck. 4 of Wands, stability, and let go of any fear, because as I was pulling these cards out, I just burped. So there's a release of fear in knowing that your person is looking at you, and this connection with very different eyes. They're looking at you with eyes of stability, that this connection is very, allows for stability, allows for commitment. It's deeper than they ever imagined. It's bigger. Look at how tall this stands. The stability with this connection, the magnitude of it is so much bigger than both of you. And that's what they're realizing right now, is the magnitude and the the power of this, and the depth of this is so much bigger than both of you. And they are seeing this as commitment. They're seeing this as a committed relationship. They're seeing this, as a higher love. So realizations coming about. And then the Queen of Cups. Look at this. Oh my gosh. They're telling you you fulfill, you have your cup, and you have such a big cup, and they're telling you you fulfill every aspect of them. It's, your cup is so huge, and they see that. They see you as a giver. They see you as that kindness, that compassion, that stability, as the other half of them. And they're recognizing that you fulfill them on every level. And they see how much you've helped them heal and change with the power of your love and your kindness and the power. And they are seeing that they they are wanting to acknowledge you for this. And they are looking at this, and they're having that realization of the higher love, and that they're recognizing all that I said about this card. They're recognizing with your connection, because of your power and how much you've changed them and how much you've changed. So this is them wanting to reciprocate as well, that love back to you, that equal give and take. So I hope this helped. I love these cards. They're just so beautiful. They're still photos, those old still photos from the 40s or 20s or whatever. But I hope this helped, and I'm wishing you so much magic on this 13th of February. Enjoy the day and do something out of the ordinary. It's lucky 13, so I have to laugh. I have a parking space. It's number 13 as well. So it's extra lucky. So I hope this helps, and have some magic. Namaste.